Hey friends, we're taking a look into the gem that is South Dakota. Stunning landscapes, fascinating history, and quirky roadside attractions. Buckle up because we're about to embark on a whirlwind tour of South Dakota's finest cities. Sioux Falls, Rapid City, Custer, Spearfish, Mitchell, the whole 9 yards. First stop, Sioux Falls. Falls Park is something else. Cascading water, dramatic rock formations. It's like Mother Nature hired an interior decorator. You can practically walk right up to the falls. Sioux Falls isn't just about the falls. This city's got a vibrant downtown, cool museums, and more breweries than you can shake a stick at. After a day of exploring, you'll be ready for a cold one. Sioux Falls is home to the largest brewery in the state. Sioux Falls is a must-see on any South Dakota road trip. It's got something for everyone. Nature lovers, history buffs, beer enthusiasts, even squirrels. Next up, Rapid City, the gateway to the Black Hills, and home to a whole lot of presidential heads. Rapid City is where you'll find City of Presidents, a collection of life-size bronze statues of every single U.S. president. Stroll down the street and shake hands with Abe Lincoln, share a laugh with Teddy Roosevelt, or maybe even give Nixon a little side-eye. It's like a wax museum, but with less creepy stares and more fresh air. Rapid City is also a great base for exploring the Black Hills National Forest, home to Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse Memorial, and enough hiking trails to tire out even the most energetic Labrador Retriever. Visit the Reptile Gardens, home to over 2,000 reptiles, amphibians, and other creepy crawlies. No trip to Rapid City would be complete without a visit to Dinosaur Park. Snap a selfie with a T-Rex or pretend you're in a scene from Jurassic Park. Grab a bite to eat at one of the many local restaurants. The Pancakes at Tally Silver Spoon Cafe are highly recommended. They're fluffy, delicious, and guaranteed to fuel your adventures in the Black Hills. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're headed into the heart of the Black Hills to Custer, South Dakota. This town is best known for its namesake, Custer State Park. Rolling hills, granite peaks, and enough wildlife to make you believe you've stepped back in time. Keep your eyes peeled for bison, elk, mountain goats, and even the occasional prairie dog. But be warned, those bison are bigger than you think, so admire them from a safe distance. Custer isn't just about the wildlife. It's also steeped in history, specifically the history of the Wild West. This was once the stomping grounds of legendary figures like Wild Bill Hickok, Calamity Jane, and General George Armstrong Custer. Stroll through the streets of Custer, visiting historic saloons, museums, and even a replica of an old gold mine. If you're lucky enough to be in Custer during the annual Buffalo Roundup, you're in for a real treat. Hundreds of bison thundering across the plains, cowboys and cowgirls on horseback herding them along. Saddle up, partners, and get ready to experience the wild beauty and rich history of Custer, South Dakota. Chapter 4. Spearfish, where the fish jump and the views take your breath away. Pack your fishing rods and your hiking boots, because we're heading north to Spearfish, South Dakota. This charming town is nestled at the mouth of Spearfish Canyon. Towering limestone cliffs, cascading waterfalls, and a crystal-clear creek. Spearfish Creek is legendary among fly fishing enthusiasts. They come from all over to cast their lines in pursuit of feisty rainbow and brown trout. Spearfish isn't just about the great outdoors. The town itself is full of charm, with a historic downtown area that's home to art galleries, antique shops, and some of the friendliest folks you'll ever meet. Check out the Matthews Opera House. This beautifully preserved theater hosts concerts, plays, and other events throughout the year. No trip to Spearfish would be complete without a visit to the DC Booth Historic National Fish Hatchery. This fascinating facility has been raising fish for over a century. Experience the beauty and tranquility of Spearfish, South Dakota. Chapter 5. Mitchell, home of the Corn Palace and other Corny delights. Get ready for a corntastic adventure, folks, because we're headed to Mitchell, South Dakota, home of the one and only Corn Palace. The Corn Palace is a celebration of all things corn, from the murals on the outside, made entirely of corn and grains, to the corn-themed souvenirs you can buy inside. Every year, the murals on the Corn Palace are changed to reflect a different theme. Mitchell isn't just about the Corn Palace. It's also home to the Dakota Discovery Museum, where you can learn all about the history and culture of the region. And if you're a fan of classic cars, you won't want to miss the Mitchell Prehistoric Indian Village. Mitchell is also the birthplace of baseball legend George McGovern. So, grab your camera, your sense of humor, and maybe a bib. Things can get a little messy when you're surrounded by corn. Experience the unique charm of Mitchell, South Dakota. Just don't blame me if you start craving popcorn on the way home. Chapter 6. Yankton. Riverboats, history, and a whole lot of charm. We're setting sail for our final destination. Yankton, South Dakota, the mother city of the Dakotas. This historic town sits on the banks of the Missouri River. Yankton might not have the glitz and glamour of Las Vegas, but it's got something even better: authentic riverboat history. This was once a bustling steamboat port, and you can still feel the spirit of those bygone days as you stroll along the riverfront. Check out the Meridian Bridge, a historic bridge that once carried trains and automobiles across the Missouri River. Hop aboard the Yankton Riverboat for a leisurely cruise down the river. Yankton isn't just about the river. It's also home to a vibrant arts and culture scene. Visit the Dakota Territorial Museum to learn about the region's pioneer past, or visit the Lewis and Clark Recreation Area for some hiking, biking, or birdwatching. Experience the history, charm, and riverboat romance of Yankton, South Dakota. And there you have it, folks, a whirlwind tour of South Dakota's hidden gems. From the stunning waterfalls of Sioux Falls to the corny delights of Mitchell, this state has something for everyone. Book that trip, pack your bags, and get ready to experience the magic of South Dakota for yourself. Until next time, keep dreaming and keep exploring.